Here we go. So I got to repeat this real quick. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we are logging in to Google Classroom. So that should be listed underneath the announcements part of your Canvas. That will have your Google Classroom code that is on there. So if you are able to get on the internet and go to announcements, go ahead and go to your announcements and go ahead and sign up for your Google Classroom that is there. And then I'll put all the rest of it up here on the board.
Yes, sir.
I'll go to the library.
Do you know where it's at now? It's like V22. So the library's not the library anymore. They've moved. I think it's in V22. So let's go through this first, and then like that last 5 minutes, you can run down there and get it on there right there. All right, so through announcements, I'll put it up there on the board so you can make sure as far as that goes, if you're good. There it is. Okay, so third period, code should be C5Y6GSN. No, that's good. They should have everything right here and on there. Is there anybody that needs any help signing in on their Google Classroom? You'll click up at the top plus button, just join class. Make sure that you're good to go, type in the class code, and then we'll add through it right there.
You got it?
Yes, sir. For some reason, that doesn't
Should be
pull.
the top
If you
one.
want to use it, all that through the on the classroom. Yeah. Fix that focus just a little bit.
I lost my train.
So if C5Y6GSN. Everybody good there? Anybody not able to log on to Google Classroom? Everybody good with that one? Okay. So I have a little reminder from yesterday. When's the only time we're going to use Google Classroom? If Canvas goes down, okay? And then we have to have it because we're going to sign up for some certain things that go along there, and we'll be good to go with it, okay? So Google Classroom will be the only other one that's there. The big one that we need to go to, so if you go to your home page on Canvas, and then you go to your important links, and then you're going to click on your My HRW login. Should come up with a screen that looks something similar to this right here. My links, My HRW should come up with a student login that's there. It'll be the My HRW one on the left-hand side right there for your textbook. Okay? So your login information, okay? Sometimes it gets a little squirrely with some of you guys. All right? But your login information on this one is your S dot, first dot, last name. All right? And then your password. If they have it set as your birthday, it's going to be your birthday. If they have it set as your SISD lunch number,
They're gonna have it set as that. And if for some reason it doesn't work at all, I can help you reset your overall deal. But everybody's deal should be just like your email is, s.firstname.lastname@sville.us. And then your password should go in. Try your birth date first, just like we did. And if for some reason that doesn't work, then we'll go to the SISD.
What's the username?
Their username is their email address, s.first.last@sville.us. Make sure you got that S dot in there. Get in there? Was it birthday? SISD and then your lunch number? Okay, so it's gonna be your SISD and your lunch number.
What'd you say it was?
Your SISD and then their lunch number.
It won't.
Okay. So,
It says it's not working right now.
okay, we'll check it for your, making sure you're typing in the exact same thing. Make sure it's S dot. Check everything on the spelling, because I think it gives you like 4 attempts. Check everything on your spelling. And then if I need to look up your SISD number to make sure that you're putting it in correctly, we'll do that right there.
And then the password is SISD and then
SISD and then their school number. Got in? Perfect. Anybody have any trouble with this? Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is
she did do the attempt, so
that's good.
reset it.
All right, so Ella, I'm gonna reset yours, okay? And then I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then you're gonna be able to change it exactly what you want right there. All right, who else needs theirs reset? Okay, so Ashley, I'm gonna reset yours. All right. So for right now, Ella, if you type in this for me, go back to your login screen. Type in s.ella.watley@sville.us. You got all that? Okay. And then your password for right now is going to be lowercase a, 8, S, 2, J. And then you should be able to log in and then reset your password. So when you reset it, make it your SISD number and then the numbers that follow. Miss Odom, you ready for yours? All right, so just type in your username as your SISD email. Go and type in all that. Good. Okay, so your password for right now is going to be lowercase t, 5, y, 3, x. And then you're going to be able to reset it to your SISD and your number once you log in there. That good for you there? Okay.
It did not work.
Okay, you're good. So lowercase t, 5, lowercase y,
Oh, this is it.
you still need it? Okay, so we got the lowercase t, we got the 5, we got the lowercase y, we got a 3 and an x. And then it should be able to go in and log in. And then when you make your password, if you would make it that SIC and then your other numbers there. Unless you want something on your own, I can always reset it. Whatever you can remember, you're good. Whatever you can remember.
Anybody else have any problems? Oh, yeah.
Okay, and if you want to start like on these, so you should be able to do, awesome.
You have no one question.
But you can start, I said a second ago, I said I was loaded with my staff. So as soon as that one is good, then you can just do, if you want to do daily attendance, you can do daily attendance on the iPad. So then that way, whenever you transfer it back and forth, and all you do on these is you click on Skyward. You can do mobile or desktop, doesn't matter. It'll pop up the kids' faces that are there. So we're in third period. Click on the book. And it goes through all those kids. Assignments, let's see if they got attendance on here for the day. So right here, and then you got present or absent based upon the kid. So you'll find now Maisie.
Is she online?
She should be. Yeah, I thought I saw her walk through the hall earlier. Let's see, this is from yesterday. You know what I mean? Yeah, because there's an absent button. There we go. So click on absent for her. And then there should be a save button right there. So save button's there. And that's it. So now the virtual ones are going. The virtual ones are going to be the ones that you got to go back and forth. All right. So everybody's good. Everybody's on MyHRW. Got it there. All right. So I'm gonna kind of give you a guided tour. Now yours looks exactly like mine, except for you don't have the teacher's edition. You don't have the teacher's resources. Yours just says student edition that's on there. Okay. So what I want you to do first is I want you to click on the student edition, and that'll open up your book. So when it rolls through, opens up the book cover, Texas Social Studies, World History has it. We start looking at the gray box on the side. Okay, and I'll kind of just go down the list and kind of show you how to get through some of this stuff. So content. This tells you like exactly what unit, what chapter, everything else. This is like you fast forwarding through things. All right. So whenever we get this thing going, you would be on unit 1 and you'd be on chapter 1. So what I would do is I would use my contents page. I would go to unit 1, chapter 1, and that would be where the beginning of our assignment would be. The other easy way to do this is, so like if I went to unit 1, chapter 1, and it says it's on page 2, at the very top of it, right here where my cursor's moving around, there's a go to this page tab. So if I say, hey, we're starting on page 347 today, then all you do is just type in the number and enter, and it goes right to it. Okay. So just kind of getting you familiar with what stuff looks like. So you can either go directly to the page, or you can go to based upon where the content is of it. Okay. For you guys, anywhere that there is a H, like the History Channel part on here, all right. Some of you guys, I know that there's kids that I've had before that are like really interested in a certain specific topic. Okay. Like we'll go through, all the revolutions. We'll go through everything all the way up to World War II. And all of a sudden somebody's like, all right, that's what me and my dad talk about all the time. So you want to learn some more stuff that we don't have time to necessarily go over in class. Okay. So if you ever click on one of these history deals right here, it brings up a little tab, brings up a video, brings up other resources, other extra stuff that'll go through, automatically starts playing through it. So
So the same thing that you're going to do if you're in class and you do it, and you don't have like headphones on, it's going to start playing it out loud and go through there. All right, but there is, like I said, a lot of resources that are tagged along with the book based upon these H's that are there. Okay, if I flip a page and you turn to the original page that starts, wait and spin. There's always this little audio deal that's at the top of it. It looks like a little microphone that kind of goes through, or like a little megaphone. Okay, if you ever are reading something, but it's condensed time and you don't necessarily have time to read everything, so right up here at the top left-hand corner, there's the little microphone with the 3 little audio symbols that goes on there. You can earbud that up, click in it, and then all of a sudden it'll start playing the actual shortened, condensed version of that entire section. Okay, so if you're somebody, you know, you run out of time, but you still need to read the section, okay, boom, there it goes. Got some good harp music rolling in there. Okay, it'll start reading to you, and it gives you an audio text to it. All right, so if that's something that kind of helps you out based upon you not reading it, if you're an audio book person, there's always those that go through and give you the audio version of it. Okay, to the side here where it says resources, if you click on those, it's going to give you like a guided reading that goes along with it. If Spanish to English, it gives a Spanish to English version that makes it a little bit easier. I've had kids in class before that they spoke no English, whether it was, you know, they were from Vietnam or whether they were from Mexico or whether they were from Germany. But the idea that they had another version of a text that could kind of go in there and kind of migrate to what it is. And then of course it'll give you your entire audio book that'll be on the side. There's your harp again. And it'll give you the old harp going for your audio section in your resources right there. Okay, bookmarks. If you have something that we're doing research on, okay, and you don't want to remember that every time I go to study the Persians that I need to turn to page 432, all right, you can click on the top little corner right here, and that will automatically bookmark the page. And then it sends it over to my bookmarks. It's right there. Okay, so that's an easy way for you to get back and forth in between your book. When you're done with it, just unclick it, and it takes it away from your bookmark page. All right, notes. Notes, you can go in. Basically, it's like you have a textbook that you can write in, that you can highlight in, that you can add comments to. All right. Anything with notes, you can use your add note buttons. You can highlight the text that you want to come back to. You can write stuff in. You can create your own working book based upon your MyHRW account. All right, this one's a big one, and it's page view. Okay, so if this text is too small for you, which like right now you out there in the audience trying to read it, you can blow up this text on your deal, and this is kind of big once it loads. That you can always use your fingers and just zoom it in, zoom it out, you know, whenever you're using your iPad, but you can't turn the page if you do that. You got to re-zoom it out. So then I can flip the page, okay? If you use the expanded text, you can still scroll through like you normally would, all right? So everything that I use off of that one, if I want to blow it up, I can make it bigger, and it's a lot easier for me to move from place to place to place. So it's like, just like that. That makes where you can actually read that text from all the way back there. And then I can still scroll up and down without having to use my fingers going in and out. All right. Whichever way you like your text, whether you want to side by side or whether you want to up and down, however you want it. So this one makes it where you got to click on the pages to turn the pages like a real book. This one makes it in the middle where you got to slide up and down the pages. Okay. So just kind of whatever goes comfortable with you. All right, a huge one here is the search button, okay? If I want to find that I'm doing research over a specific topic, okay, like Persia, all right, and I hit enter, it's gonna pull up every single page that has the word Persia on it, okay? So instead of you having the old school go to the back of the index and looking for the word Persia and finding a page and flipping over, nope, and going through, all right, so it'll show you on the side kind of what the context of Persia being used in the book is. So I can read a little bit there, see if I want to go to that page or see if I need to go to a different page, back and forth. Okay. So that's pretty easy for you to be able to see one or the other. That search feature is really huge. All right. So if you're like, Coach, I have no idea where to start looking at. Okay. The first thing you do is click on the search button, type in the word, and then it takes you to it right there. Okay. If you want to get more in depth, there's your more quick start guide. Again, it's kind of like whenever they hand you a brand new iPhone. I don't know about you, but I don't look through the manual and find out whatever it is. I go in there and I just start uploading stuff to my phone. I start using it. And then about a month and a half later, I'll see what are the 12, 15 greatest hacks that you need to find out for a new iPhone 11. And then you see if you like any of them and you use them. So if you want to get in depth with how to use MyHRW, you're more than welcome to go to the quick start guide and then go to the about right there. Okay. Questions about moving anything around? Okay. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes right now. What I want you to do is pick a topic, any topic, use it in that search bar, click on it. So then that way you can look for something that's in the book. Okay. Work on your page views, go back and forth, trade pages, slide pages, do everything else to see what it is. All right. Right now, if the internet's a little bit slow and it takes a while for stuff to load up in there, that'll be kind of your other deal. You can download a PDF version of this. And like if you're at home and you don't have fast internet, then I would either screenshot my pages at school. So then that way, when I get to my house, I have it on my camera roll and I can still just slide through and zoom and annotate and do everything else to it. Or if your iPad can hold a large version of it, but the screenshot deal would work out best for you right there. Okay. So that way, if you don't have internet at home or you have slower internet at home, then you can go in and use it right there. But for about 5 minutes, I just want you to kind of toy around with MyHRW, kind of go through there and log in and see what all you can find in there. This one. Okay. So your password again should have just been, did it work for you the very first time or not? All right. So if it is spelled just like it is, you got SPL.US at the end of it. Okay. So SISD. And then whatever your lunch number is. And if you don't have it on there, I can turn around and reset your password for you. They'd have a scrimmage at Tarleton versus Glenrose. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, Maya. So here's the deal with bathroom on this too. Okay, they're gonna have us like passes that are gonna be like mandatory this year, and then because they're gonna try to cut out all the traffic and everything else. Understand there's gonna be times you're gonna have to go, but just understand they're gonna make like passes and you gotta go back and forth and stuff. So, but you may go, Maya. So the next part, go back to Canvas. Go back to Canvas. our normal screen share again. All right, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to your My DBQ online link. All right, so whenever you go here on your important links on Canvas, we go back to the important links page, and then right here it says DBQ online. All right, and you'll click on it, and it'll pull up this page right here. None of these matter. You don't have to have a deal. There's a school portal login. Haven't necessarily ever had to use it as far as, you know, normal login page, all this other stuff. But the easiest way to do it right here is click on login with Google. So I just click on the blue box that says login with Google, so you don't have to worry about what your password is or anything there. All right, then it'll say choose your account. You want to choose your sville.us account. You'll click on it. And I'm already logged in, so that's why it's saying I can't. And it should come up with a page that looks something similar. Yours is going to be a little different than mine. Whenever you sign in for that first time, that's all you do is sign in through your Google. Your password is your regular email login. So luckily they condensed all this stuff for us, because it used to be where, I mean, it was a lot of stuff. You had to go back and forth and had to know about 20 different passwords and all sorts of stuff. So at least they put everything together to where it's your SISD. Okay.
You need some help?
If we can do this on Canvas.
Just loading.
Okay. So if you are there and you're good, and you can just add a code that's off of this, right up here on the board is going to be your code for period 3. All right. It's all caps, JYTTX, and that will load you up into the class. It should say period 3. You'll have no assignments on there, so it's quick. Okay. I get impatient and sit again. Here, try that. So I get impatient and I just hit the blue button again. Creepy.
He just put it in. Okay, good.
Three. Got 'em. Okay. Got that in, yours is waiting. Yes, sir. Yeah, you go ahead, Joe. Yes, sir, because you'll probably be up there in D22 for it.
Thanks. You got a 2 or 3 on there?
Still trying to load it up.
Yeah, keep clicking it.
You're in there? Perfect. Perfect. Ah,
Not even.
one of the last things you guys will do today, okay? And just to kind of make it easier, go ahead and log out of that DBQ. If you've got into your third period deal, and you're good. And it should bring you right back to this page.
Is it still not working?
Okay? If it's still spinning.
And what's that classroom code?
The classroom code.
JY.
There you go, JYTTX. All right, I'm gonna make you a shortcut on there, so that way it makes it a little bit easier for you, okay? So on Safari, there is a button at the top right-hand side that looks just like this, okay? Click on that button, okay? And there is another tab that has a square and a plus that says Add to Home Screen. So then it looks like this, and it says Add to Home Screen. Okay, so if you click that on Add to Home Screen, and it should give you a DBQ Online, and then just click Add, and you're good to go. Okay, that'll make you a little app tab that's on there. Okay, we'll pick that up tomorrow. You guys have a great day.
I'll stand up more.
Yeah, we should have had 6 more. Have a good one, man. Venom, right?
Yes, sir.
There it is, money time.
I meant to ask you, hey, what is your like policy on like headphones?
Policy on headphones. I don't care as long as I'm not talking.
Gotcha.
Other than that, like whenever they're working and everything else on stuff,
Yeah, because there's a few kids with headphones, but I didn't know your policy, so I was like, I don't know.
oh yeah, no.
Oh, did they? Yeah. You're better find me. Just stand to the left of your desk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my desk.
It's gonna mess up your cleaning system.
No, they're gonna stand up beside it.
Hey, did you get that email? That make any sense?
I didn't look at anything.
So when we go to Skyward,
Hold on just a second.
it's attendance wise.